What's up, guys? What's going on? I'm Paul. This is Pauline Theology's daily devotional. We are going through the book of John. We are in John chapter 6, 22 through 29. John chapter 6, 22 through 29. We've got done reading about the feeding of the 5,000 and then Jesus walking on water. And now we're going to see what's next, what's going to happen next. So if you haven't took a time to read the scriptures, go ahead and stop the tape now. Check it out. So he has to say, come back and we'll answer the 4 questions. If you've already read it, man, let's just go on and dive on in, man. So what's going on in John 6, 22 through 29? Well, it says Jesus got these guys following him, right? They got all of these people who Jesus just fed. They seen this miracle. And so now they're following him across the sea. And when they get to him, they're like, man, how'd you get here? How'd you make it, man, over here? But Jesus doesn't even really answer that question. What he does is he dives into the motives of them following him. And what he says is that you seek me not because you saw the sign, but because you ate and were filled. So a little warrant we got to talk about is because earlier we saw that it said that the people saw the sign and thought that he was the prophet, knew that he was the prophet, the one that was spoken about in Deuteronomy. And then they wanted to make him king because of that. Well, Jesus is making it clear that they obviously didn't recognize what the sign was pointing to. So they saw the miracle, right? That's why they chased after him. That's why they wanted to make him king, because the miracle filled their bellies. But they didn't see the sign. And remember, we talked signs are specific, that they point to a certain thing. That what the things that Jesus does point to who he is, who he represents, and demonstrates and narrates who the Father is. And so when they saw those things, they bypassed all of the things that God is, and they jumped onto what they want him to do because they see that he has this power. That's what it says. That's what Jesus means when he says that your bellies were filled, that you didn't even recognize the sign. And then after that, he goes on and he says, man, you need to be chasing after the bread that's forever. Not the one that's going to be perished, not the one that's going to be destroyed, not the one that will not last, but for the one that leads to eternal life, the bread that remains. And then he says that the Son of Man will give it to them. That's that title again he's talking about, where he speaks of himself as either the one who, that's his self-designated title, either as the one who is going to reign over all things and is man, dwelling with them. And so he also says that the Father has placed a seal on him. And so not only is he a man, but he is also the anointed one, the Messiah. This seal is certifying that Jesus is the designated, anointed person for whom God is moving through. And so after he says these things, man, he says, they say to him, they say, well, what works do we have to work so that we may do the works of God? It's like, what is it we got to do so that we might do the works of God? See, the crowd loses focus. The people lose focus on the thing that Jesus is saying, man. See, they want to know what the work is, but Jesus already said he would give it to them. All he said was that they should seek what is for eternity, not the things of this world. It's the object. That's what it should be. The object of what they are seeking should be changed. That is the thing that Jesus is talking about when he's speaking with the crowds here. But their mind immediately went to, what is it we have to do so that we can do the things of God, is to be like, to follow God, or to get honor, to gain honor with God. And Jesus says this, man, this is powerful. He said, the work. So they said, what works? Like plural, like, how much stuff do I have to do in order to gain favor? And Jesus said there's only one thing, the work that you have to do is to believe in the one that he sent. That means believe in Jesus. Trust in Jesus. That's what it is. And that's a powerful thing, because what we see now is that what it takes for us to have this eternal life, which we've been seeing and looking and noticing throughout this entire scriptures, the entire gospel, that it's about belief. Those who believe have life. And so all these things that we think we claim that we have to do, these works, it's about believing in Jesus. Believing in Jesus. That's why it's so powerful, man. Because it's simple. Simple. So what is this saying about God? It's saying that we have to believe on him, obviously. But it's saying that he's the unique agent of God, certified. He has been sealed. That this is the one in whom our hope should be placed on. We talked about how the crowds focused on the action rather than the object. And so this is the thing, is that Jesus is the unique agent of God. He is to be the object in which we place our hope. What does this say about man? Well, it goes back to the thing about Jesus being the unique Son of God. That because he is the Son, the one in whom God has anointed, then he is the one in which we should place our hope. The theme is the same, man. What are we doing? Are we going after Jesus because of what he can give us, or are we going after Jesus because of who he is? That seems to be a running theme that we continue to encounter as we read through the gospel. Are we looking for Jesus to do stuff, or are we looking to just sit and be with him because he is the one who is saving us? So how do we apply these truths to our lives? Well, the most obvious, I believe, is that we trust in Jesus. That's the ministry here, is that we trust in him. We place our faith in him. We believe in him. That's what it is we just turn over our lives to him because we understand and know that he is good first. And second, that he is seeking our good. And that third, he is able to do it because he is so wise and understanding to understand whatever situation it is, that it is overcome and for our good and God's glory. Believe what he says, my friends, and believe in him. He is the object in whom we should place our faith. So where are you placing your faith? What are you placing your faith in? That's the question. Hey, I appreciate you guys for listening, and I will see you in the next episode.